Hi, today I'm going to make a really easy Oreo cheesecake. So we're going to start with the base, and this is what you're going to need, and it's really easy. You're going to need around about 250 to 275 grams of digestive biscuits. You can use anything else in its place, so maybe hobnobs, shortcake biscuits, graham crackers, although they're pronounced graham crackers in America. Anything like that will do for a base for a cheesecake. So it's around about 275 grams I've got here. I've got 125 grams of margarine. I may or may not need all of that. And I also have 50 grams of chocolate. And this is actually a milk chocolate, but you could use dark if you wanted to. And this is just in place of me using chocolate digestives, which you could also use. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to crush these with a rolling pin. I'm going to melt this. I'm also going to melt this at the same time and mix it in together. So I've got my crumbs, and I'm going to push this into the base and up the sides. This is a loose based tin. This makes it really easy to get the cheesecake out afterwards, but it does mean that you have to be slightly more careful when you're making it, because when you're making it you don't want to push it up and then ruin the base of your cheesecake. And I've lined it with a piece of non-stick parchment, but you don't actually need to do that. That's just something I do to try and doubly make sure that it doesn't stick or anything to the bottom. But it is non-stick anyway. So once I've done this, I'll show you it. I'm going to put it into the fridge for around about an hour, and then I'll make the topping. To make the topping, you're going to need caster sugar or icing sugar, some full-fat Philadelphia. I'm actually using 280 grams, but I recommend that you use 300 grams. It's just that for some reason I think they've made the pack smaller or something. You're also going to want to add a little bit of vanilla. Now, it's personal taste, but I recommend using the best quality that you can and adding around about a teaspoon. And then you're just going to mix this together until it's smooth. If you have it, I recommend using a paddle attachment rather than a whisk attachment, because you're not trying to incorporate air. So if you can, use a paddle attachment because you'll incorporate less air that way. I hope you can see that. This is nice and smooth now. So what I'm going to do is add the double cream and then mix it again. I've got 250 millilitres of full fat double cream. That's the topping mixture done. So I'm just going to show you the Oreo part, and then we're ready to put it together. For the Oreos, you're going to need around about half a pack, which is about 70-75 grams. So what I've done, I've split them in two, and the sides that had the cream on, I've cut those in half, and the tops, I've crushed them. For me, I put them in a bag and then beat them with a rolling pin, but you can just stick them in a food processor. So you're going to need those second, and you're going to need these first. So that's my base, and all I'm going to do is just put these on the bottom. No particular placement required. The next thing we're going to do is add the cream cheese topping. Finally, we're going to add the crumbs to the top of this. and you can be as artistic as you like, but I'm just going to sprinkle mine all over the top. So the crumbs are on, and all I'm going to do now is just very lightly push them down, just so that they kind of stick a little bit, and then I'm going to pop it into the fridge. You need to leave it for a good few hours, really a minimum of 2. For me it'd be a minimum of 4, and ideally it'd be overnight. So once I've left it, I can then take it out and it'll look much prettier, and you'll really be able to taste all of the Oreos in it. So I'll show you a picture at the end so you can see a slice, and thank you very much for watching.